This is the Tacoma Killer. That's a fact. The Nissan Frontier is one of the best midsize trucks on the market, and let's get into why. We're actually at a Nissan dealership today, and we're actually going to look at prices and kind of why is it better. And one big reason is obviously that V6. They kept that naturally aspirated V6 when all these other manufacturers continue to go to four-cylinder turbos. Yeah, you have the Ridgeline and you have the Gladiator that have the V6, but those are more niche. But when it comes to like the Toyota Tacoma, they switched over. And that's why Nissan Frontier is having a really good year sales-wise. And I think it's that right there. You know, they kept that V6 and you're not having prices crazy. You can barely get a Tacoma in the 50s. Literally. I mean, let's just say low 40s, impossible, especially for a 4x4. And this is built in America, unlike the new Tacoma being built in Mexico. So you generally have quality issues. Let's just look, because literally Toyota can't align a tailgate. Let's see. Can Nissan align a tailgate? I just walked up. I literally have not checked this one. Let's see. That's pretty close. Let's see. This one looks pretty big on this side. Let's see. Okay, so it is a little tighter on here. Nothing crazy though, but definitely I've checked this many times. Normally the Nissan Frontier is perfect. This one did have a little bit tighter on one side, but literally normally it's perfectly aligned, but nothing like the new Tacoma where one side's completely shut basically and the other side's a huge gap. So it's just cheaper pricing, better build quality, coming with the V6. That's why sales are up, you know, and sales are not beating the Tacoma. No one said they're going to beat the Tacoma because unfortunately people have the Tacoma name drilled in their head, and to be honest, most people probably don't even know it has a four-cylinder. They don't even care until after they buy it. You know what I mean? So let's check out this Pro 4X. I wanted one of these bad, but they're definitely not cheap. They're not cheap, but it's a pretty capable truck. Still not as capable as like a 4Runner, but definitely a very capable vehicle. But for 50 grand, it's not cheap, but they do discount them. So this dealership does things different. They don't even pay their salespeople commission. They're like on salary, and they just do things different. No markups, no addendum stickers. They have one pricing for everybody, and it's really a good way of doing it. Eventually, everywhere might be like this, but if you haven't watched my last video, I kind of don't like these dealers. I mean, I like them. I love them. It's good for most people, but for me, I want to try to go to a negotiating dealership, and I want to get a really good deal negotiating. But honestly, it's not the best thing to do all the time. So definitely love this dealership because of how they do business. Love the Nissan Frontier. It's a great truck. It's really one of the best ones out there, and I'm so happy they kept that V6 for the 2025 model year. We don't know about 2026, but if Nissan, I know they want to keep the V6. If they get rid of it, it has to be because of the mandates from the government. Like all these other manufacturers, they say they had to, this and that, all this stuff, but you still have other manufacturers not switching. So is it, you know, I don't know. I don't know if they're necessarily being forced yet, but it definitely sounds like they could be in the future. And that's the scary part. That's why a lot of these manufacturers, I think, want to get ahead of it, want to go ahead and get that, you know, turbo engine out there. You know, all the issues that are going to happen, like the Tacoma having all these issues with the new transmission. And it's just normally when you go to turbos, like the Tundra, having complete engine failure, recalls on 100,000 vehicles, like you're going to have more issues. So I don't know what they're trying to do, try to get the issues out early. I just hope Nissan can hold out on this V6. If you have to pay fines, do whatever, I don't know, but come on, guys. The MPG is not even much different. Let's look at a four-wheel drive V6 over here. Let's see what we're getting. 18 in the city, 23 on the highway. You know, you can't, I mean, what are you getting on a new Tacoma? I've had a few comments saying 15, and I've had a few comments saying you are getting in the mid-20s. But, you know, whenever you have a turbo, as soon as you spool up, your MPG drops big time. So, and this just is not a new truck. This is the new truck that's not new. The bones of this truck are basically 17 years old. The engine was recently changed, but not really. It just is a little bit of a smaller displacement from a 4.0 to a 3.8 liter. But just a great truck, great engine, pretty affordable overall, and just a lot of fun. Good power. I love it. 23 on the highway, 18 in the city. You really can't beat it. Hey, go ahead and leave a like if you liked what you saw. Leave a comment too. I'm interested to hear. Did you get a 4Runner? Do you have a 4Runner? Thank you for watching. Subscribe and have a great day.